Hey guys, if you want some more Scary Mysteries videos, then check out our new Patreon page. For just $5 a month, you can get a new video from us that's only available through Patreon. Some of the topics we'll cover over there will be a bit more hardcore than what YouTube will let us get away with, so definitely check that out in the link in the description below. Those videos will come out every Thursday at 3 p.m., so head on over there and support us if you like what we're doing. Scary Mysteries Twisted News. Accidental discovery of strange creatures in Antarctica, and mom's remains found in California. Terrifying cases of true crime and strange events. Every week, Twisted News dives into two mysterious and scary cases currently happening in our world. This week, we'll tackle the strange creatures found in Antarctica's Filchner-Ronne ice shelf and the terrifying discovery of a mother's remains in California. Get ready for Scary Mysteries Twisted News. Number 1. Strange creatures from Antarctica. For centuries, we have been searching the heavens for signs of life. What we often don't consider is that we haven't exhausted our knowledge of beings here on our own planet. What scientists say is surprising. Almost 90% of Earth's species are unknown and have yet to be described fully. The truth has once again been proven with these latest scientific findings. A report published in February of 2021 shocked the scientific community and the world when it talked about a group of scientists who accidentally discovered strange creatures stuck and thriving under a 900-meter thick ice shelf in the Antarctic. Interestingly, these scientists weren't actually looking for marine life. They were actually geologists whose project involved gathering sediment samples from the Antarctic ocean floor. For that, they'd set up camp on the Filchner-Ronne ice shelf, which is a large body of floating ice located in the southwestern Weddell Sea. In a particular location, the geology experts poured hot water to bore a narrow hole through the thick layer of ice. Through that hole, they lowered a specialized instrument called sediment corer, a tool designed to scoop up sediment. Attached to it was a camera capable of capturing footage even in the harshest conditions. The probing mechanism was sent to scope the seafloor 1,000 feet below the shelf. The scientists were hoping to hit a layer of mud, but instead struck a rock. It was a disastrous outcome, and since it was already a dead end, the team was left with no choice but to pull out. However, they decided to show the video footage to a marine biogeographer who was with them at the time. Although the rock blocked the path to the sediment layer, the camera picked up something interesting that no one expected to see in that place or in those conditions. Hugh Griffiths, the marine biologist in question, expressed surprise when he saw a community of strange sponges and other unknown filter feeders clinging to that rock. Some of these alien-like creatures were described as having round bodies, while others had thin stalks that stretched into the surrounding water. Upon closer inspection, he also noticed a layer of undergrowth which, according to him, housed thread-like organisms yet unknown to us. This unexpected discovery prompted the team to record their observations on paper and have them published in the journal Frontiers in Marine Science. It garnered widespread attention, not only from scientists, but also from the general public. This was due to the fact that this would be the first time that mankind had seen animal life thrive in this depth. In the midst of the astonishment, there arose many questions about the discovery. Among those that popped up in everyone's mind was, how did these creatures get into this secluded place, and where did they come from? From the data available, they were very far from nutrient sources, including the sun itself. Considering that the stone was located thousands of feet down, there was no probable way that they could have gained access to the simplest photosynthetic organisms. So far, everything that our scientists know about these strange creatures comes from less than a minute of video footage. In an interview, Griffith said that Polish scientists like himself are going to have to find and create new ways to study them up close. Number 2. Mom's remains found in California. People sometimes get lost in their lives. Literally speaking, not everyone is great at following directions, and the result is people winding up in unintended places. Metaphorically speaking, on the other hand, there are times when circumstances in life put us in difficult situations, and we find ourselves clueless on what to do next. It's rare that these two things happen at the same time, but in this tragic story of this mother from California, they did. Erica Lloyd was among the many who struggled with the debilitating effects of the nationwide COVID-19 lockdown of 2020. The 37-year-old had lost her job and was unable to find work in the 3 months following the event. Cash-strapped and out of options, the mother of one struggled to make ends meet. Adding more to the challenge was her responsibility to homeschool her 12-year-old boy. She had to do it on her own, since they could no longer afford to enroll in online classes. With no work and no income, the pressures at home started to get to Erica, and so she decided to take a break from everything and go on with what Ruth Lloyd, her mother, later refers to as a pandemic road trip. The Walnut Creek resident was last seen alive on June 14, 2020, in the San Francisco Bay Area. On that day, park rangers noticed her 2006 Honda Accord parked at a campsite in Joshua Tree National Park, where she had gone on a solo road trip. The vehicle disappeared from the campsite shortly after that. And 2 days later, on June 16th, the same car was found deserted alongside State Route 62. Personnel from the California Highway Patrol saw the Honda in a severely damaged state. The driver wasn't there, and photos circulating on social media show that the car's front end along with the windshield were shattered. The glass on the passenger side was also completely broken. The wreck service operator, who towed the car, told the press that the airbag was deployed and the radio shattered. Other parts were inspected, revealing further damages in the radiator and air conditioning system. It was assumed that the woman hit a very large object which created the huge impact. As confirmed by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, foul play was unlikely. The same law enforcement agency notified Erica's family about the car accident, and they immediately filed a missing persons report. County authorities deployed search and rescue teams composed of police rescuers and volunteers who combed over the entire area. The task force was also accompanied by helicopter units, which helped inspect the region's maze of canyons, caves, and desert tundra. Their efforts, however, turned out fruitless. Speculations regarding the crash and the woman's disappearance ran wild. Police surmised that she drove her car out of the park and had an accident of some sort along the way. She then might have driven until the vehicle completely broke down. They went on to say that Erica might have suffered memory loss when she got hit by the airbag. Maybe she doesn't know who she is. We don't know. We aren't sure about her mental stage, Mrs. Lloyd told reporters. But the missing woman's remains were ultimately found on January 31st, 2021, more than 6 months after she was reported missing in a desert field in Wonder Valley, California. She was located about 8 miles from where her car was abandoned. The investigation that ensued suggested that she veered away from the roadway and walked northwest across the desert to the point where she was eventually found. The discovery came about when deputies from the Morongo Basin Sheriff's Office received a call on the morning of January 31st. The informant, who was thought to be a hiker, stumbled upon possible human remains in the aforementioned area of the California desert. The evidence was then forwarded to the forensic specialists, who confirmed the identity by matching the woman's dental records. Authorities have yet to determine the actual cause and manner of Erica's death, as the autopsy is still being processed at this time. For the meantime, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department is asking the public for any information related to the disappearance and eventual death of Erica Lloyd. So there were two of the most shocking and mysterious stories around. The world can be a crazy place, and Twisted News is sure to show you why. If you like this video, then please subscribe to our channel and check out our Patreon page where you can get a new exclusive video every single week. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.